And today I have the opportunity to welcome you all and have a simple talk with you about the opportunities that you can explore after finishing your MBBS or specialization to become a registered doctor in Australia and New Zealand with AMC exam. But before we start talking about this pathway, why don't we introduce ourselves as academically as a team? We are an Australian edtech which was started aiming at helping all the healthcare professionals excel in their lives and their careers. Our founder and CEO, Dr. Akram Ahmed, is a clinical pharmacist and a lecturer with over 10 years of teaching and research experience across various subjects of medicine in India, Malaysia, and Australia. He saw the struggle in the healthcare professional's life, and he started academically around 7 years back with a goal to help all of us, the qualified healthcare professionals, to achieve their passions and dream by educating and training them. And so academically was one. So let's talk about our academic heads and formally get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Snigdha. I'm here as an academic head of medical courses. I completed my MD from Christian Medical College and Hospital, Ludhiana. Today here, I join my hands with Academically in a hope to help you all with the journey to move abroad and excel in your careers with us. And today as well, we have Dr. Kamlesh Soni, who's academic head pharmacy courses. He has a PhD in medicinal chemistry from India's premier institute, Central Drug Research Institute, and has more than 15 years of professional experience, with which he brings a wealth of knowledge to our academic endeavors. Now, before we talk about the courses, let me introduce our well-qualified and experienced faculty with you. With us, we have Dr. Swapnil, Dr. Udara, Dr. Hema, Dr. Emilda, and Dr. Amit. As you all can see, they all are AMC or USMLE qualified. So they are not just bringing the abundance of knowledge that they have with us. They are also bringing the experience of going through the same pathway that we are helping and guiding you to bring that experience and to help you along the way. So now that we talked about us, let's come to the topic and say, why Australia? Why not UK? Why not USMLE? So the most common problem with going abroad is visa. As we can see, the latest statistics tells us that Australia is offering 185,000 PR visas with more than 10,000 job vacancies and an average salary of 2 crores, which comes out to be 400,000 Australian dollars. So how do we know these facts? They have been published in Australia. We can see that AMA reports that there would be a staggering shortage of GPs, approximately 10,600 GPs by 2031. And if you practice as a journal practitioner, you can see the average salary that AMA says is again 400,000 AUD, which is a very good salary. So why Australia? Again, what are the other benefits? Let's just say not salaries. So there's the quality of life, the high standard of living, excellent healthcare, diverse culture, and an attractive destination for many people. We all do go there for vacations, right? Don't we? But let's say there's an easy PR or work visa that Australia meets, which is not there present when we are comparing US or UK. We have a long queue for visa. There is a work and life balance that Australia maintains even for doctors. When we talk about the professional growth, with the advanced technologies and the development opportunities that Australia is offering us, we have a huge scope of excelling in our career. And when we think of transferring to a country, it's not just about us, the family comes together. So we can see that there is free education and healthcare access for our family in Australia, which is another perk, just to add to the cherry on the cake. So let's come to the burning topic of today. What is AMC exam? So AMC stands for Australian Medical Council, and it conducts an AMC exam, which needs to be cleared if you want to become a registered doctor in Australia. Now, AMC exam has further steps, which we will slowly talk about, but let's talk about where it takes place first before we head over to how it is taken. So In India, as we can see, there are centers in Bangalore, there are centers in Chennai, there are centers in Hyderabad, there are centers in Mumbai and Delhi. As for Asia, what the recent update is, there are 3 new AMC centers that will open in 2024, and the tentative locations that have been informed is Lahore in Pakistan, Malaysia, and Colombo in Sri Lanka. So now, we all know about NEET PG. It happens only once a year, and God forbid, if the paper leaks that happened this year, we have to wait for the date to come out that recently just did. So in all that chaos, the question is there any other option? An easier option, let's just say. So yes, AMC is an easier option, not just because it is giving you good money, it is giving you easy visa. The exam is held multiple times throughout the year. So you can schedule the exam according to your convenience, not according to the convenience of the country. And you can even reschedule it to a convenient date just in case you don't feel prepared at the time when you book the seat. So let's move on. What is the eligibility criteria if you want to write an AMC exam? So you need to have a bachelor's degree in medicine, which could be MBBS, MD, or MS from any recognized university or college. Now, how would you know if your university or college is recognized? You will just go online on World Directory of Medical Schools, WDOMS, where you will check the name of your college and you will see if it is registered or not. Once done, you know that your college is registered and you have the degree. So now let's follow the steps. Take out your pens and paper and write down the steps if you want to start registering to go take an AMC exam and settle down in Australia. So the first step, the most important step is document verification. The first would be you open up an account on AMC website and create your portfolio. The second that follows is you get your degree verification done from the portfolio and you get an EPIC number. This process takes time, so it's advisable that you start it on time if you have planned to give your exam 2 to 3 months from now. So once you have your EPIC number, you can go on their website and register for AMC1 examination. Why we have written limited registration? Because there are limited number of seats that are released for every month, depending on the availability. So if you have decided, it's better to register. Once you clear your AMC1 examination, you sit for English proficiency examination, which could be IELTS, PTE, or OET, depending on your convenience. After that, you take AMC2 examination, which is a standard pathway under WBA program. There could be other pathways depending on your experience and what degree do you hold. Once you clear all that, you are free to go register as a doctor in Australia and work there. But we have one more benefit for you if you're going through this pathway. Just let's think after part 3, when you give your English proficiency examination, you decide, I don't want to go to Australia. I want to go somewhere else. Do I have an option? Yes, you do. You can go for New Zealand. After your English proficiency examination, you can write your NZREX registration examination and you can work in New Zealand. So it's not just one country, but 2 countries with 1 examination, double the benefit. So why not go for it? Now, when we are talking about different pathways, I talked about there are different pathways that you can follow. There is one very common pathway that we get queries for, that is PESCI. So how is it different from the standard pathway that I just talked to you about? With PESCI, you give your AMC1 and English proficiency that you're doing either for Australia or for New Zealand. But if you have worked in India for more than 3 years and you have a experience in primary healthcare, which would be your PHCs as a GP, or you have that it's more than that experience, the more the better. You find a position as GP in Australia, you receive an offer letter from them. Once you have an offer letter, you can go schedule an interview with our ACGP. And once you have the position, you can sit for the interview. Now, why we have mentioned Monarch model? That is the reason to find, when you are trying to find a position, you should try and find the codes MM2 or above. What do we mean by that? That whenever you're trying to find a GP position, it's better to not take it in a primary city, like in the metro cities. Like if I'm talking about India, not try to find it in Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta. So similarly, don't try to find it in Sydney, Melbourne, Perth. The more rural you go, which is MM2, MM3, the better the benefit for you. Let's say you decide not to go to the residency and you decide to work as a GP there. So how will this monarch model benefit you? If you have worked in rural and you work there for quite all the levels of supervision, what will happen is in rural practice, you will get a fellowship in GP college, and that will just help you with an easier pathway to become a registered GP in Australia. So just for information, but this is a very good pathway for people who have done the MBBS and have a lot of clinical experience in India and wish to quickly transfer it to Australia without a long wait time and start earning the money. So as we talked about AMC examination, the first part, creating your portfolio and getting your EPIC number. So the whole process is called skill assessment. So what are the requirements for this EPIC to get this EPIC number and your document verification? When you sit with it, you need to have your MBBS degree, your transcript, which means your marks, then your clinical experience if you have any, a valid passport, a government ID proof, passport size photograph, and a medical registration certificate if you have it. If not, you can still proceed with it. So after I told you, after you have your portfolio done, after you have your EPIC number and you do your AMC CAT MCQ, which is your step 1, you need to sit for English examination. So I told you there are 3 options. There's IELTS, there's PTE, there's OET. In IELTS, you need to score an individual of 7 in each band out of 4. Everyone should have at least 7. PTE for doctors, the score is set at 65, and OET, the minimum score of 350 out of 500 has been set. So now let's start talking about why AMC 1, how is it done, and why is it easier for us to take it. So AMC 1 consists of 150 MCQs. We have to answer all of them. The duration of exam is 3.5 hours, so which is ample amount of time. Now, one good thing, there is no negative marking, and the syllabus for this would be the clinical subjects. It is basically surgery, medicine, women health, mental health, child health, and mental health. So, but how do they score us? So the score is based on the measurement of the candidate's ability, and it is represented on a scale of 0 to 500. And a passing score is of 250. There is a competition in India when you do NEET PG that you need to, the higher you score, the better your residency. Or in USMLE, the higher you score in USMLE step 1, the better the chances of matching in a residency program. That is not the case in AMC. Whatever you score, till the time you have passed, you're good to go to next step, and you're good to go to get registered and hope you get a good residency later on. So that is one really good point about it. And as compared to USMLE, you have to give USMLE step 1, step 2. With AMC, it's just AMC MCQ CAT, which is basically your clinical subjects. So now this is AMC clinical examination, or AMC 2 that we talked about. This is the real test where our clinical skills are measured. So what is it? It is 16 stations, 10 minutes each. Let's just read and then I'll explain. 2 pilot stations not scored, 15 non-pilot stations scored. These stations means clinical scenarios. They could be real patient, they could be pretend cases on a paper where the examiner will explain. So each case is 10 minutes, where you'll get 2 minutes to read the question and 8 minutes for assessment. As I said, 2 stations or 2 cases will not be scored and 14 will be scored, but you will never know which is scoring station, which is not the scoring station. There are 4 rest stations, as in you will get 20 minutes of break, and they are not scored. One good point, as of 21st March 2024, the passing for AMC clinical examination, it has been reduced to 9 out of 14 stations. It used to be 10 out of 14 stations. So 1 reduced, another good point. Also, there is no limit on the number of attempts a candidate can have to clear the clinical examination. And we all know USMLE has a maximum of 4 attempts. AMC doesn't have that. So another good point to go for AMC. So what if you decide you want to go through this process? You already understand what is AMC1, what is AMC2. Now, what is the current visa status? We say they are giving 185,000 visas per year. So they have eligibility for permanent visas, again 190,000. Now they have different kinds of sponsored visa, which is very good if you're trying to transfer quickly. 482 visas if you have 2 years of experience, 494 visas, and then again 491 regional sponsored PR visas. So there are different categories of sponsored visas. That just makes it easy for you to go there. You don't have to look for a sponsor or the long process. It just gets short for you to go there. So now, how are we trying to help you? So what we are doing is we have our courses in Academically where we are using a faculty whom I introduced to you, who are themselves AMC qualified, and they are providing you with necessary materials, mock exam, and support. And not just that, we have live classes, which is the best feature. Because when I think about it, when you're reading about anything, if someone is teaching you, it just goes into your brain a bit faster. And not just that, we allow you to ask questions during the lectures. You can raise your hand and ask. So it is just like sitting in a classroom where your queries are answered there and then. And within those 2 hours, you not just get all the important topics that are needed, you revise all your topics, and all the doubts that you have, they get clear hand in hand. So 2 hours, you're done with once up like that topic, and you're there and done. Go revise, do the MCQs, the topic is done for you. So the live classes is the best feature that I love about it. So program highlights, we are giving you an instructor-led self-paced content, one-on-one mentoring, extended access to content, flexible schedule. Even if you're working, you can attend our classes. If not online, we give you offline accessibility. There are periodic webinars from our mentors, there's feedback, there's assessment. And once you're done with all those process, when you're trying to get a job, we help you with CV writing, cover letter, and not just that, placement and visa support, which is very much needed when you're going to a country where you don't know anyone. We are there for you. So let's talk about a difficult topic. The fee structure. So AMC an AUD additional for every additional qualification. When you're getting your EPIC account, it's 230 AUD. So the initial verification step accounts to 979 AUD. AMC CAT MCQ, which is the first step, the MCQ part, it's 2920 AUD. The PTE prep or the English proficiency exam is 400 AUD plus taxes. The AMC2 or work-based assessment is 4391 AUD if AMC2, and WBA is 1070 AUD. So now that we talked, I want to tell you about our successful students. We have Dr. Ragasri, Dr. Sanjana, and you can just go and read about their reviews online, and you can see how we have helped them. They have reached Australia. But why just trust us? Why trust these people? We have a legacy, more than 650 positive reviews and more than 90% success rate. As you have seen, all our faculty is highly experienced and qualified and have gone through the same journey, so they can help you anywhere in one-on-one mentorship. The content quality is high quality, well-researched, precise, and validated by all our faculties. We have an alumni network which helps you get to the end point, which is the main goal. We have one-on-one mentorship program, and for any of the queries, you can always just visit our office, and in India or even in Australia, not just India. We have our office in Australia where you can discuss with Dr. Akram and our team. So you can see these reviews. These are some personal reviews by our students, what they say about us. And if you don't trust us, trust media. You can see Pharma Tutor, the Economic Times, Dr. Akram and his efforts in actually trying to help the healthcare professionals. Our success rate is proven by media itself. We were featured in Outlook, Hindustan Times, Economic Times, the Times of India. So please go, find us on Google, find our website and get connected to us. And just in case you're looking for some financial assistance, We have some connections, Advance and Kuhu. We help you with them to get a financial assistance for the exams and shifting to Australia. It's not just them. We are providing scholarships for people as a part of abroad program. We understand that it is very difficult. So we want to empower the dedicated and talented students, and we offer few very huge fee waivers and scholarships. How do you get a scholarship? Visit our website, register for the test, clear the test, get a good score, and you will get the scholarship. Go find us on Instagram. I think you already did. That's why you joined today's webinar. But also find us on Google and get to us, contact us. You can see all our handles there. You can scan the QR code and get to us. These are our details, the phone number, the email, our Australia address, and our address in India. You can contact us anywhere personally as well. Thank you, everyone. So I will leave the screen for contact us for now, if any one of you wants to get to these details. Arindam, I think we can start with the question answer round.
Absolutely. I think let us help them with their questions. Guys, please raise your hands and we'll be answering your questions shortly. Tausif, are you here? Can you please ensure that they're able to unmute themselves? Yes, I think we can start with Ishwa. Ishwa, can you please unmute yourself? Ishwa. Tausif. Tausif, are you here? Shoaib.
I think Dr. Ishwar just unmuted.
Okay. Ishwa, please ask your question. Ishwa, kindly unmute yourself and ask your question. Let's move on to Kishore. Kishore.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead, Dr. Kishore.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Kishore. Just I'm doing my third year pulmonology residentship.
Okay.
I'm planning on taking this exam after my MD actually.
Okay.
Like, what is the pathway? You told that if you have 3 years of clinical experience, that will be considered, like if I'm doing my MD, that will be considered as a 3 years uh, experience, right? Then what will be the pathway for me?
See, there are the point you have raised is quite obvious. You have an MD, but in pulmonology. The
Yeah.
AMC asks for a primary healthcare experience. So the
Okay.
chances of considering how they consider is are 50-50. They have specifically written when we are following the PESCI pathway that they needed primary healthcare experience of 3 years. But they do accept in certain conditions if it is a clinical experience. But you need some primary healthcare experience. That is only if you're registering as a GP, general practitioner. But if you think you once you finish your MD, you want to go to Australia and work as a pulmonologist, that won't be possible. You will have to go through the whole pathway, and you will have to find a residency.
Okay, what you're telling is even if I'm finishing my MD pulmonology, I can't practice as a pulmonologist in Australia. So for that,
Yes.
if I have to practice, is it like available? Like have to take a job related to pulmonology? What is the thing?
See, as a pulmonologist, the only way that you can go there is a specialist pathway, but that asks for a 10 years of experience if you want to go to Australia as a specialist, which you won't have right now. So if you want to transfer as a specialist, it's very hard. You will have to go through the GP pathway or the standard pathway. And there is like once you apply for residency later, you're looking for a match, there's no guarantee you will get pulmonology there.
Okay, thank you.
Select. We have Meksha Mehta.
Um, Hi, my name is Niksha. I'm a fourth year MBBS student. I
Good
had two
evening, Nisha.
questions. My first question was that is there any tuition fee for the entire postgraduate course in Australia? And what is the approximate duration for the residency and registrarship if one is pursuing a surgical field?
Can you repeat the first question, please? I couldn't hear you properly.
My first question was that is there any tuition fee that we need to pay for the entire course in Australia?
So, if you're trying to do a residency, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, no, that is paid. Like similar to Australia, you know about US and you know about UK. You don't have to pay any tuition fee for your courses there.
And for even for registrarship?
See, you don't pay anything when you start working, but you have a long payment, as I mentioned, for the exams, for every interview that you are taking, and when you are doing your rotation there. So when you're applying, all the applications, they take the fee.
Okay, and I also had another question. If
Yes.
anyone is pursuing a surgical field in Australia,
Mm.
then what is the approximate duration for their residency and registrarship?
See, we cannot give you a guaranteed what is the percentage or something. It totally depends when you go and apply, where you match, where you're applying. That depends on the availability. That depends on your how your CV is, what kind of clinical experience you have.
I wanted to know the approximate duration, not the.
Duration.
Yeah.
Okay, initially, once you clear your AMC part two, you will go there, you will do a 1 year of rotation. After that, you will start applying for residency match. If and when you go there, it is at least 4 years, at least, depending on the, even in surgical branches, like the plastics take more.
Okay.
So it depends which match you go to. So at least 4 years. But then before that, there is a whole process. So we cannot tell you what is the approximate. Like 1 year is compulsory the rotation. After that, how long it takes you to find your residency.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Next, we have Tushar. Tushar, please unmute yourself. Tushar. Okay, let's move on to Shreya Kulkarni.
Hello.
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Okay, Shreya, let's wait for Tushar. I mean, Tushar, you can ask
Yeah,
the
yeah,
question first
Hello.
and then.
yeah, definitely.
Hello.
Hi, Dr.
Ma'am,
Yes,
what is
Tushar,
the
you are.
probability of getting selected in an internship after AMC one?
See, probability is
Hello.
how well you do and how well you are applying around. You need to have a network. It is all about networking and trying to actively find one. The you have to
Okay.
there are a lot of agencies that are helping you find one, and we are also helping you find an internship there. So it always depends. Like it is very easy. We have a recent candidate who cleared very recently and already shifting next month. Sorry, this month, August. So they're already shifting within four
So
five
in
months.
general, hello, hi. So in general, the probability I can say 50 to 70% after part one, and if you can clear
Hmm.
part two, it's going to be around 99% chance to get a job.
Sir, I have done my graduation from China, so I have internship certificate, but I don't have a license to practice. Let's say from India or
Yeah,
China.
in that case, even
So,
internship also nowadays, lot of internship they are offering in Australia. Like 4 5 year back, there was a very low number of first internships they are allowing, but nowadays they are allowing for
mhm.
overseas qualified doctors internship as well.
Sir, what about the work-based assessment when if you want to skip the AMC part two?
In EFC part two, you can give from India. No need to have any visa. It is an online exam now. And once you pass AMC two, then you can basically find a job and company will sponsor you the visa.
But it's not permanent; it's temporary. They can change it
It's
anytime.
not temporary. It is
Let's
going to be
say
3 to 4 year
offline
visa.
exam.
3 to 4 year visa. And you only can apply PR visa once you got your RMO job. You need to find a RMO. So you need to basically clear AMC Part 2 and go to Australia and work 1 year as a RMO. Then you can apply your PR visa, permanent visa. Permanently, you can work and live in Australia.
So what about the work-based assessment? Is it alternative for the
If you are
AMC
clearing
part?
already this AMC2, then no need to go for that pathway. In general, after part 1, there is a chance to apply for WBA, and WBA only if someone have some experience, at least 1 to 2 year experience, they have a good chance to get a WBA program. If someone have a zero experience, I can say you need to go for AMC part 2 only.
Okay. Okay. I
Okay?
get it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Next, Dr. Shreya, please ask your question.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes. My name is Shreya, and I have completed my MBBS from Georgia, as in country, and
Okay.
just recently I have completed, and I have no experience as such in India. I
Mhm.
haven't appeared for FMG, or I don't have any internship certificate or anything. So, is it
Okay.
possible to directly apply for AMC and like pass it?
Yes, you can. We have students with us who appeared from India, FMGE students who appeared instead of sitting for FMGE, they gave AMC and they have cleared the exam. So there is no issue with your degree. You can just go ahead and sit for AMC.
Okay, so I don't have any license, like not even in Georgia or in India.
Mm-hmm.
I I just have my primary medical qualification, that is MBBS degree, and
Mm-hmm.
no experience or anything. So it is possible, right?
Yes, Dr. Shreya, as I mentioned, the eligibility criteria, two things.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a valid degree and your
Mm-hmm.
university needs to be recognized by WDOMS. So if that is
Okay.
there, if you
Mm-hmm.
qualify both these criteria, you can go ahead
Mm-hmm.
and register.
Okay. And also one more question. I did some research, and in multiple on multiple on
Please go
sorry.
on, Dr. Shreya.
Yeah, and on multiple websites, I found that you can. Sorry,
I
give
think
me some
someone
minutes.
just unmuted
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah. I think it's fine now. Can you hear
Yeah.
me now?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So I did some research, and I found that on certain websites they have mentioned that after AMC, if you don't have any work experience or any internship certificates,
Mm-hmm.
after AMC 1, you have to apply for the internship in Australia and do 1 year of internship.
So
Is it?
see, the thing is, what AMC actually wants is that you should not have a gap between once you finished your degree to when you are applying. They prefer if you don't have a Dr. Shahzad, can you please? Yes, thank you. So what they want is that you should not have a gap in your CV.
Mhm.
That's what they want from you. If you
Okay.
don't, you have an internship. The thing with European colleges is they are
Mhm.
making you do the practical sessions while you're doing your clinical
Mhm.
subjects, because you do
Mhm.
classes in the morning and you do your practical subjects in the evening. If you
Mhm.
check your transcript, there are number of practical hours that they are mentioned.
Mhm.
The number of hours
Yes.
is equivalent to the internship experience.
Okay.
So you anyways have to go clear AMC2 and go work there before you can apply for residency for a year.
Okay. Okay. So before applying, even before applying, I need to do 1 year of internship after AMC 2, even there, right?
Yes. Like,
Okay. So no need to do the internship before AMC 2.
see, I would say if you're preparing, it would be better if you keep working and preparing, because you have a
Okay.
gap in your CV,
Mm-hmm.
which would be very
Mm-hmm.
difficult for you to explain. They don't like Indian scenarios, they accept that you were sitting home and
Mm-hmm.
preparing for an exam.
Yeah. Yeah.
AMC prefers that
Mm-hmm.
you were working, you don't have a gap in your CV.
Mm-hmm.
So I would advise
Oh.
you
Okay.
you find some place to work, some kind. If I know you're not registered in India, so what you can do is you
Mm-hmm.
can go find yourself a research program in any of the
Mm-hmm.
private hospitals. They all have
Mm-hmm.
research programs where they will give you a research position and they will give you a right to work. Or you can do an observership in India in the same
Okay.
time.
I mean,
So you
kind
So.
of
will
like
be
like like a physician assistant or observership. kind of things you can do in India. So if you are in the clinical setting, if you are seeing the
Mm-hmm.
patients, that will be good,
Mm-hmm.
and there is no need to have any internship. Although some cases, the APRA may say that you need experience, especially
Mm-hmm.
if you are applying after part one. In your case, in general, you need to pass both exams, then you need to apply for RMO job.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, I'm Dr. Sonia. I have the same query. I'm recently preparing for my NEET PG, so I'm currently not working. And simultaneously, I'm also looking forward to give AMC 1.
Hi. Okay. So, Sonia, I think, if you are not working currently, so in general, they will see in last 3 months. So, if you are working in last 3 months, that will be good. So, no, if you can even pass the exam, I have seen a lot of doctors in Australia. They are they went there after marriage, and they are not working like 6 months or 1 year, and then they clear the exam, and then they come back to India and work for 2 to 3 months, in any emergency department, and go back again and find a position in Australia. So, if you can start working now onwards also, and can, start preparation for AMC, I don't think so there is a problem. And
Sir,
but in the CV, you need to show, even if you have a 1 year gap also, you need to give some justification why it is the gap.
oh, okay. And sir, is it like compulsory? Because when I was trying to find out, I never read like you need to work currently
No, no,
to
no,
get
no.
a
I
job.
mean, this is not compulsory. This is like they see recency of work, you know. So there is a lot of candidates are passing the exam. They are applying for jobs, right? So they will give the preference. Those have some experience. Currently, those are working basically.
Supposedly, I cleared my AMC 1 and the
Ah,
PTE or OET exam.
yeah.
So, do you recommend me to go to Australia? I mean, I think
नहीं नहीं
finding a
मैं
job
आपको
is
रिकमेंड जस्ट आई एम रिकमेंडिंग यू नाउ आप 20 hours वीकली 4 घंटे पर डे काम करो, या 3 दिन भी काम करो, 2 दिन भी आप काम कर लो, तो you need to show in your
okay. Like
CV
at least,
कि you are
at least,
working.
at least I should do a locum kind of thing, something like
Yes.
that. You
नॉट इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, इंडिया में तो यार कौन सा लोकल में, कोई क्लिनिक पे आप चले जाओ, हॉस्पिटल में चले जाओ, आपके बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स होंगे, जानने वाले लोग होंगे, राइट? तो दे नीड कि भाई आप काम कर रहे हो या नहीं कर रहे हो, तो वो तो बहुत ही ईजी है इंडिया में, तो दे आर नॉट आस्किंग गाइस कि भाई आपको पे स्लिप है या नहीं, उस टाइप की चीजें। जस्ट कोई
mm,
रेफरेंस और कोई सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए आपको कि यू आर वर्किंग। तो आप काम करते रहो पार्ट टाइम, 1-2 दिन भी जॉब जाओगे, साथ में आप प्रिपरेशन करते रहो एएमसी का। एएमसी प्रिपरेशन नीड 4 hours पर डे for 5 days, so it's not tough exam नहीं है compared to NEET PG.
because NEET PG comparatively is tougher. That I know. But
Yes.
hmm,
अभी एक
and what
कैंडिडेट
about
थी
your?
जो
Hmm,
FMG नॉट एबल टू क्लियर लास्ट 2 years, और उसने
okay.
एएमसी क्लियर किया फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में। शी इज
Oh,
फ्रॉम
good.
आई थिंक फ्रॉम रशिया और समवेयर, एमबीबीएस। शी इज आवर
Okay,
स्टूडेंट।
sir. Sir, आप लोग भी क्लासेस भी प्रोवाइड करते हो ना, कोचिंग्स एंड ऑल?
नहीं नहीं, हम लोग कोचिंग ही कराते हैं। हमारा
Yeah,
काम ही वही
and
है। वी आर
I
एजुकेशन
understand. So,
कंपनी।
but what about the accommodation and all? इसमें भी help करते हो, right? I mean, if someone goes there, I mean, I'm a girl, so I want कि मेरे को कोई friend हो, so that it.
अच्छा ठीक है, मैंने आई मीन 3 days बैक आई रोट द सेम स्टोरी ऑन द लिंक्डइन बेसिकली ना, तो बहुत सारे बच्चे
हम्म,
मेरे से पूछते थे, हमारा कोई रिलेटिव नहीं है, हमारा कोई फ्रेंड नहीं है, और हम कैसे जाएं ऑस्ट्रेलिया या किसी भी कंट्री में इन जनरल, तो ऐसा कोई
हम्म,
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। गर्ल्स, ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज ए वेरी सेफ कंट्री फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है
okay.
वहां पर, एंड जहां भी आपको जॉब मिल जाएगी ना, तो आप यू कैन फाइंड फ्रॉम द फेसबुक, यू विल फाइंड लाइक लॉट ऑफ ग्रुप्स लाइक इंडियंस इन सिडनी, इंडियंस इन पर्थ, एंड वहां पे आप ऐड हो जाओगे, वहां पे आपको एकोमोडेशन सारी चीजें मिल जाएंगी, एंड वी विल आल्सो गाइड यू, वी विल आल्सो गाइड यू वट एवर यू नीड, वी विल गाइड यू योर documentation process, exam process, job finding, and
Sir,
all those things we will guide you.
I was तो thinking after giving NEET PG, I will फटाफट से join the academically और मैं prepare करना चालू कर दूंगी. But since I got a new information कि आपका job profile देखते हैं and they don't want a gap in a you know
हाँ, तो मैं वही बोल रहा इंडिया में पता
work
नहीं
thing,
लोग।
so I am now.
यस, देखो, देखो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड यूएस। यूएस में यू आर गोइंग टू फर्दर स्टडी, आप पीजी करने जा रहे हो, जैसे आप नीट पीजी इंडिया में कर रहे हो, तो आप
Yeah,
फिर से स्टडी करने जा रहे हो। आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में
right.
आप जॉब करने जा रहे हो वहां पर आप, राइट?
Mm-hmm.
तो ये
But sir,
डिफरेंस है. हाँ.
I have a job experience of 3.5 years. Does
Then
does that count?
yes, अब तो वो कहाँ CSC PSC कहाँ काम किया आपने?
I work in Manipal and Max Hospital in New Delhi. Max Saket Hospital in New
साकेत में. अच्छा,
Delhi.
तो
I also work in Manipal Hospital.
this is like as a medical officer you was working there?
Yeah, I was working as a RMO and also as a senior resident officer. Because since I was experienced after 2 years, so I got
Yes,
promoted
so
as a.
आप बेसिकली सिंपली यू जस्ट नीड टू पास एग्जाम, आपको जॉब मिल जाएगा. और ये जो गैप है ना, यू
हाँ
जस्ट शो
जी.
समथिंग, कुछ भी फीमेल्स को बहुत सारे लाइक कि मैरिज हो गया या घर में कोई प्रॉब्लम था,
Okay,
पेरेंट्स का,
okay,
ये वो
okay, okay.
कुछ भी वहाँ
That
लिखना है,
should
बेसिकली
be.
छोड़ना नहीं है बेसिकली इसको वहाँ पर. तो
तो
एपरा
वो तो
बोलता है
आप
भाई
लोग
झूठ
हेल्प
मत
करवा
बोलो.
दोगे ना सर, लिखने में या
यस
सीवी
यस यस
बनाने?
यस, वो सीवी भी हम
ओके,
लोग हेल्प करते हैं, सीवी कवर लेटर में भी, और जब
ओके,
व्हेन यू आर अप्लाइंग द जॉब्स. यस.
ओके, ओके. सर आप लोगों का कोई ऑफलाइन वो नहीं है क्या, सेंटर जहाँ?
नहीं, हमारा फैकल्टी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है. तो वो फैकल्टी कहाँ से यहाँ पर
नो,
लेना
नॉट
आएगा
इन
आपका क्लास?
ऑस्ट्रेलिया सर, इंडिया में पूछ रही हूँ सर.
नहीं, मैं वही बोला, जो फैकल्टी है ना हमारा, जिसने
ओके,
ये एग्जाम पास किया है और जो इस जर्नी को गॉन थ्रू किया है, वही हम फैकल्टी को रखते हैं.
ओके. मतलब यहाँ ऑफिस वगैरह कहीं नहीं है, ये मैं
नहीं,
पूछ रही हूँ इंडिया में.
ऑफिस है हमारा देहरादून में, यू कैन विजिट.
सर आई मीन पुणे, देहरादून विजिट करना.
ओके, पुणे भी बेसिकली हमारा एक इवेंट, आई एम इन बेसिकली इंडिया में आया हूँ लास्ट वीक ही, तो हमारा एक
ओके.
इवेंट है पुणे के अंदर. तो
व्हेन सर?
पुणे में आप, यस, पुणे में अरिंदम कब है हमारा इवेंट?
पुणे में 22nd सितंबर.
यस. तो आप पुणे में आप मेरे से मिल सकते हो पर्सनली, अगर आप वहाँ पे हो तो.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. 22nd September. Where do you conduct this? I mean, where in
ये हमारे,
Pune?
इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग आवर पेजेस, यू विल नो कि हम लोग कहाँ पर है
Okay.
एग्जैक्टली. अरिंदम, आपको एड्रेस पता है कहाँ पर है वो?
नहीं, मुझे एग्जैक्ट एड्रेस से मालूम नहीं है, बट
22nd वो हमारा
September.
एक्चुअली वो एक हमारा दूसरा टीम है जो ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है इसके लिए. तो
Okay, sir.
हम
Then
लोग को अभी एग्जैक्टली
I'll follow your. I'll follow your group in the Insta and all. तो
हाँ, तो
वहीं
फिर
से
आपको
शायद.
मालूम चल जाए. तो देन यू विल नो बेसिकली हम लोग 4 जगह इवेंट करने वाले हैं, चंडीगढ़, पुणे, हैदराबाद एंड एक केरला में. तो वो
Okay,
आपको
sir.
डेट
Okay.
और वेन्यू आपको मालूम चल जाएगा.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I
Thank
have
you.
one more question actually.
यस प्लीज.
I got my degree last year in July,
Okay.
June, July. So I attempted FMG twice. So this one
हाँ.
year it will be shown as gap in my CV or something.
यस, ये गैप ही रहेगा, दिस इज द मेन प्रॉब्लम. एंड जितने बच्चे एफएमजी वाले हैं वो काम करते नहीं है, फुल्ली प्रिपरेशन में लग जाते हैं कि हमको एग्जाम पास करना है, और बहुत सारे बच्चे पास नहीं कर पाते हैं, फिर वो गैप हो जाता है इनको. बट व्हाट यू कैन डू नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स, वो 1 साल का जो गैप है, आप कुछ भी दिखा सकते हो. अगर आपने कुछ पीपीटी पॉइंट्स किए हो या आपने कोई कोर्स भी किया हो और उस टाइम पर, व्हाट एवर, जो आपको सीवी में बेसिकली यू नीड टू मेंशन कि आपका रीजन क्या था व्हाई यू आर टेकिंग दिस ब्रेक बेसिकली.
Okay.
तो आप लिख सकते
तो
हो
उसमें
कि आप प्रिपरेशन कर रहे थे इस एग्जाम के लिए, देन लेटर योर माइंड चेंज एंड यू वांट टू प्रैक्टिस इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया ऐसे करके.
ओके. सो ऑल्सो हम वो ऑब्जर्वरशिप कर रहे थे, ऐसा कुछ भी हम दिखा सकते हैं,
यस
राइट?
यस यस यस, 100%. वो ऑब्जर्वरशिप कर रहे थे. इवन फिजिशियन असिस्टेंट का तो जॉब मिल ही सकता है ना यार इंडिया में. यार झोला छाप इतने लोग डॉक्टर यहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं, आयुर्वेदा वाले लोग काम कर रहे हैं, राइट?
या
तो
या
वो आप दिखा दो कि आप ऐसे काम कर रहे थे, तो वो फिर आपका काउंट हो जाएगा.
Shreya, all these
Okay.
Fortis, Max, they allow you to even work, and they even give you like observership ke certificates. Even if you work for some time, they do provide you with proper certificates which are valid. So go to any of these multi-specialty hospitals, they will let you work.
ओके. सो
अरे निश्चय, आई मीन इवन कोई नियर बाय कोई क्लिनिक है ना आपका, कोई नॉन होगा, कोई फैमिली क्लिनिक ही होगा यार, वहीं चले जाओ, कोई तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है इतना. उनका भी आप दिखाओगे तो वो भी काम कर जाएगा.
ओके. ओके सर, श्योर. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Wait, guys. Let me go one by one. Jason Javed. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Jason. Okay, Anshita Gupta.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
You are. Please ask.
Hi, I'm actually a final year MBBS student in India right now.
Okay.
So, as you said, for writing the AMC 1 exam, we need to have a medical degree. So, when exactly do you think I should start the process
See,
of
you
like the
before you are about to start your internship soon. You can get a provisional certificate from your principal's office. So
okay,
using that provisional certificate, you can start with your registration and you can start with your EPIC number. But then again, why do you want it depends when do you want to start this process depends on when do you want to take the exam, how you plan your AMC1 and AMC2. So depending on that, whenever you want to take it, 3 to 4 months beforehand you can start with the registration.
okay. And for example, like if my internship ends, is it fine if I have like a 2 or 3 month gap before I take the exam? Or do I need to show something as was being discussed previously?
See, it's always better just even if you show like no one mentions in an experience certificate if you worked for 2 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
So if you join a PHC, you just sit there, you look at the patients, and you can keep studying. But even if you don't do that, after those 3 months, you can start working. Those 2, 3 months can be medically explained with something, and you can give the exam and then start working. That would be
Okay, cool.
totally fine. See, the point is when you're writing a CV, the no gap has higher preference compared to some gap. So it is all about making a competitive CV. Even
Okay.
the people with gap do get jobs. We are not saying they don't, but because we are guiding you towards a better opportunity, it's always advisable to not have a gap.
Okay. Another thing you mentioned
Sir,
about the sponsored visa, the 482, and
Yes.
in your slide it said that as of November 2024, the work
Mm.
experience required will be 1 year. So the 1 year internship that we have as part of our MBBS program, does that count as work experience?
Usually, no, because it is considered as a part of your education. But
Okay.
it is better that you always have a healthcare experience. But these visas, sponsored visas, once you have that 1 year of experience, extra experience, you can always try. And the GP positions that you get there, the chances are less, but you can always try. The basic requirement of all the website states pathway is 3 years of experience in primary healthcare.
Okay. No, I actually want to go
ma-
through the standard pathway because I want to do my PG over there.
Okay, so it would be better if you start preparing for AMC1. Quickly give both the steps like AMC1
Okay.
and AMC2 because it's easier to give both of them together. As AMC1 is all the clinical knowledge learned, and AMC2 is all the application of the clinical skills. So the
So it'll be
syllabus,
best that right after internship, if I'm well prepared, I give my AMC one. Like during internship, I prepare for the exam and I give AMC 1 and 2 as soon as possible.
yes, and giving them together is just going to save you time from preparing them again and again because it's the same syllabus, same scenarios. The questions that we get in AMC1 are all clinical. Most of them are clinical scenarios. They are not like NEET PG where there's like where you have to just cram the stats. It is not that. It's literally implementation of what you have learned in 4 years of your 4.5 years of your MBBS.
Okay. Last, uh, what like academic is going to help us with the curriculum and the classes and everything. So what's
Yes.
the fee?
So for that, we have a counselors who can connect to you and guide you through the whole what programs we have, the fee. I think Arindam can help connect you with one of your counselors if you drop your text in the chat box.
Okay, cool.
Can we get
uh,
someone to talk to her?
Sure. I think Anshita, you can. In fact, everybody can drop their phone numbers and email ID with us, and we will get back to you by tomorrow.
hello,
Jason,
sir.
yes,
Ma'am,
please.
yes, ma'am.
No,
Uh,
let's go ahead with Jason.
Yes.
yes, ma'am. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm about to complete my internship, and then
Okay.
after that, I'll be thinking of writing AMC Part One. So
Yes.
during that duration, all the process, maybe I will have a 6 months of experience after internship.
Okay.
So after AMC Part One, can I directly apply for a JMO or WPA?
Yes. You saying AMC part one or AMC part two?
Part One, after Part One, I'm saying, ma'am.
See, because you have just finished your internship, I would advise to do your AMC part one and part two, both together. It will give you better opportunity to find towards finding a job.
But
Because six
if I
months,
want
six
to go
months
for
experience.
the WPA,
See, 6 months
yes, ma'am.
experience won't be enough. There are people with 5, 6 years of experience applying after AMC one.
Okay.
So compared to that, a 6 months experience won't come that much. So you're saying you don't
So
have
it
a
will be
bond,
difficult even
right?
for WPA.
Yes, that's what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
don't have a bond.
Anything when you're applying your CV, the weightage, it's not just you have clear AMC one. They will look at your experience as well. Yes, you can, but then you are at a backhand because there will be candidates who have more experience than you. We have people who have so much more experience in applying, like 3 to 4 years. We just talked to a doctor who has 3.5 years of clinical experience. So if
Yes,
you two are sitting there for the same interview, she will get the opportunity compared to you. I would suggest get both AMC1 and AMC2 and then apply for a job.
so my AMC 2 is also because I heard it's very difficult or something, so people go for WPA. That's why I was asking.
Okay, so the thing is, it is difficult. Why? Because it is a like one-on-one. Like we have a vivas during exam. You have a clinical scenario. You have a patient, and you have 10 minutes, like I explained, to discuss. Now we are launching our own coaching for AMC2, where we will be training you for the same. Number one. Number two, AMC2 now can be taken from India as well. So you don't have to fly to Australia to take that exam.
Okay.
So you can keep
So
working it.
after
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
No,
So
no, please.
after AMC part one, AMC part one, I can go for AMC part two, and then my chances of getting a job in as a JMO or RMO will be very high.
Very high. And it's very easy. Like especially if you're going towards rural areas, it's higher.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
So
I
because
would
I thought
suggest,
that yes,
yes,
sorry, yes.
I would suggest keep working, keep preparing,
Because
give
I
both the
thought that
exams.
okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Because I thought right now that academically is only helping for AMC part one as of now. I didn't know
Yes.
about part two that we even have part two coaching. So that's why I was asking.
So we are
It is
soon
there well and
launching
good.
it. We are preparing at the back end, and we are soon launching our coaching as well.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, ma'am.
Uh,
Thank you.
sorry
I'll
Next,
to
be waiting for
interrupt,
my
ma'am.
Rasha.
answer.
Hello.
No,
Yeah.
Sorry to
Shreya,
interrupt. Actually,
Shreya, we'll go one by one. Let's
yeah.
go ahead with
Just I
Rasha
kind of
Konan.
miss your contact us screen, so that's why I
Hello,
was
sir.
asking if there's any contact.
Yes.
Please drop your phone number and email ID. Our team will be connecting with you. On the
Okay,
chat box, just
definitely.
drop your
Yeah.
Dr. Rasha Konane. Dr. Rasha,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
please ask
Hello,
your question.
doctor.
Hi, Dr.
Yeah.
Asha.
I wanted to. I have a few questions. So first of all, I want to know if you're starting from level zero. Even though I have just freshly graduated from my med school, I've completed med school in Tbilisi, Georgia. My graduation was just day before. If
Mm-hmm.
I have to start from level zero for the preparation of AMC one, how
Mm-hmm.
long will it take for me to like give my dedicated hours and time in a day for me to like be able to attempt AMC one in the near future?
Okay. First
How
of all,
many
Dr.
months?
Rasha, congratulations on graduating,
Thank you so
having a
much.
graduation ceremony. Now, the first thing, we don't do it from level zero. Like, basically, you want to know if you are doing your preclinical and paraclinical subjects. We are not doing that. We are doing this
Okay.
course in a month span of 3 to 4 months, and we are
Okay.
preparing for the clinical subjects. So, if you want to start
Okay.
from level zero, I would suggest clear your anatomy basics, clear your biochemistry, because you will be implementing those basics when you're preparing for your clinical subjects. So
Okay.
before you start with the AMC one coaching, if you have your basics clear,
Mm-hmm.
own sit and revise them, and then you can start with the coaching, or you can start with the coaching because we give you a 1 year access. It's not like we are just telling you for 4 months and you're done and you're gone. We will be helping you
Mm-hmm.
for a period of 1 year, so you will
Okay.
have the access to our content for 1 year, so you can keep taking them. You can keep taking the online classes, you can keep asking the questions, and at the same time while they're doing the topic, you can, so every disease will first, you will have to learn about the anatomy of where the disease is
Mm-hmm.
happening, which system. Once you do the
Mm-hmm.
anatomy, you will have to go back to the physiology,
Right.
the biochemistry, and then you go to the investigations and then the treatment. Like the Harrison's has that. typical format
Yes.
when you're talking about medicine.
Yeah.
You can then there are two different approaches. Which you choose is up to you. Either do your preclinicals or paraclinicals before you start your coaching, or you start your coaching and while you are doing your clinicals at the same time with every disease, you read your pre and paraclinical subjects.
Okay.
So it is up
Okay.
to you.
So, okay, perfect. Also, I wanted to inquire about the internship process. Like, Dr. Shreya asked you a question regarding this earlier. So, if
Mhm.
just to be clear, so if I clear my AMC one, I need to
Mhm.
go to Australia to do an internship. And while I'm doing the internship, it is best for me to prepare for my AMC two. Yeah.
You have already done your internship as a part of your 6 years there.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah.
your MD, you get an MD degree if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So as a part of MD degree, you have done the clinical hours that is expected. In India, you are doing it separately as 1 year. There outside in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing as a part of like over the period of 4 years because you start some clinicals from third year itself. So you are
Yes.
doing the clinical sessions and those are mentioned in your transcript and those are counted. So as a
Okay.
fresh graduate, like I have advised everyone else, I would advise do your AMC1 and AMC2 from India and then go and apply for job because that will have a higher chance of getting a job. And in the
Okay.
meantime, while you're preparing, do something in India, do an observership, do any fellowship, or do get a job as a research assistant. But getting a clinical experience is much better than getting a research experience.
Okay. And also, um, uh, I wanted to ask if I have now, now, suppose I become a doctor, I become a resident in Australia. So can I
Mm-hmm.
use that degree, like
Mm-hmm.
the residency degree, once I become a doctor in other parts of the world? Like for example, I'm not based in India as such.
Mm-hmm.
But my family is based in Doha, in Qatar. So can I go back and practice as a doctor in Doha, or will I have to give the Doha exam or USMLE for the practicing there again? Like if I
So
change my
AMC
course.
does have collaterals with a lot of country, and as far as
Okay.
I know, Middle East does. But Arindam, can you please help me here with that? The countries that are accepting AMC exam results.
I think in Gulf there are countries that, I mean, Saudi might be accepting this AMC registration. I'll check with it. I mean, what we can do is we can connect on a one-on-one call. Okay. So the
Okay.
counselors can get in touch with you with your answers
Okay.
after verifying on the various portals and then give you a detailed answer.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello,
Okay,
Dr.
let's go ahead with next is Dr. Usman, Mohammed
Okay.
Usman.
Okay. Hi, Dr. Usman. Dr. Usman, can you hear me?
Hello, this is Dr. Vijay. Can I?
Dr. Vijay, please wait. We'll go one by one. There are people who are waiting
Okay, okay.
in the queue. Dr. Asik Ahmed. Dr. Asik. Dr. Asik, please unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dr.
yes.
Asik, could you be just a bit louder?
Yes, now?
Yeah, better.
Okay. Myself, Dr. Rashik. Okay, I'm a graduated doctor from Russia.
Okay.
I have cleared my FMG in my first attempt, and I did my internship also.
Congratulations. It's not an easy exam to crack.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes.
I'm working in a hospital with an experience of 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
My simple question is internship will be counted as an experience because I did my internship in Russia also. So whether my internship will be counted as an experience because I did,
Yes.
right?
Yes. In your case, it can be counted as an experience because the number of clinical hours will exceed the required clinical hours as an internship.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that will be counted for you. That's an extra internship that you did in India.
okay, thank you. And my next question is, can you explain more about WBA? Because I want to know if I pass if AMC1 and test, for example, PET, something like that. After that, if I want to work in Australia, like you said something like WBA, because I didn't know
Yes,
what is
yes,
WBA
yes,
and all. Any more
yes. Yes. So the thing is, there are different WBS work-based assessment. That's what it stands for. Now it has different 4 pathways depending on where you stand with your degree and experience. For people with less than 3 years of experience, it is usually advisable to go with the standard pathway, which is what do I mean by standard pathway? You give your AMC 1, you give your AMC 2, and then you apply for a job. That is recommended for people with less than 3 years of experience, especially if it is and even those 3 years have to be primary healthcare mainly. Number one. Number two, if you somehow manage at least 2.5 years, or even with 1.5 year, you can try and go through a GP pathway, which what we are doing there, which is the whole PESCI pathway that we talked about. After AMC 1, so this is the PESCI pathway. I even talked about it in our PPT. After you give your AMC 1, you get a score, you clear your English proficiency test, you go and find a job yourself as a GP, most probably in a rural area because they have benefits in future. So once you have a job and an offer letter, you go to the website and then you apply for an interview. Once you if so, then you are judged, and if you clear that interview, you will get the job and you can go. But the more the experience, the better. That is the thing.
Okay, for me, you're saying the standard pathway is the only option.
It is not the only option. You can try this GP pathway, but the website specifically states 3 years of a primary healthcare experience. But then again, they have a huge shortage for GPs, general practitioners in Australia. So if you have the finances and if you're ready to put in the effort, you can always just try this PESCI pathway and see, maybe you'll get the job. But I would personally prefer, because AMC Part 2 is now happening in India, right? You don't have to specially travel to Australia. You don't have to spend so much. So why not just give AMC Part 2 in India and then just directly get a sure short job? I mean, it is easier, I would say.
Because I've heard that passing rate, passing percentage in AMC2 is around 25%. I heard something like that. So what if I want to
See, the thing is, you have to clear at some point, right? You have to, with the like, if you want to keep continuing there, yes, with the GP pathway, with the PESCI pathway, you can go. If you're working in a rural area, MM2 and above, you can get into the fellowship program of the GP, the Royal College for GP, the general practitioners. That is one benefit going through GP. But then you have to be sure that you don't want a clinical residency. If you want to continue in a residency which is clinical, then you have to clear your MC Part 2 at some point of time. And for that, you need to clear it. So why not now? If you're already prepared for AMC Part 1, you have already learned all your theory. Clinical Part 2 is just the application of the theory that you're doing. It makes more sense to just give them together because everything is fresh in your mind. The more gap you'll put between both the exams, everything will have to be revised again from level 0.
Yeah.
So I would personally, like, if it was me, I would have given both of them together. And we do have faculties who have done the same thing. They have worked in India, even though they had a 3.5 years of experience, they preferred giving AMC 1 and AMC 2 as a part of surety. They cleared both the exam and now they're going with a job there.
Okay.
So I would advise that. Rest is like both the pathways are open, but you have to really think where you want to go, which residency you want to take further. If you want to continue as GP as well, it's a very good job, very lucrative, good timings. Take the PESCI pathway. And please drop your number. Our counselors can talk to you about this in detail and help you decide an option.
Okay. So I have one more question. So, I know somebody, for example, I know a doctor who is working in Australia. If he or she me to work there after AMC1 and English test, is that possible to get a job through recommendation?
See, more than recommendation, like fellowship is easier. To get one for a job, we have a lot of agencies, like government approved agencies. which help you, like they're available online. Networking, yes, helps getting the job, but even online there are a lot of formal agencies through which you can get a job. But knowing someone really helps finding a job.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's all about networking.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Oh,
Dr. Vijay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hi,
Hello,
Dr.
ma'am.
Vijay.
Good evening.
Good
Myself,
evening.
Vijay, ma'am. Yes, I have completed my MBBS and internship in India, in Karnataka.
Okay.
I have graduated like last year, 2023,
Okay.
in March actually. Since then,
Mm-hmm.
I've been working. It's been almost around 12 to 13 months of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I was preparing for NEET till now,
Mm-hmm.
but then this NEET, I found AMC is actually good for me. Then
Mm-hmm.
now I'm thinking of changing this. So I have a good base of knowledge. I have studied for NEET and I also have some experience around 12 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now, so coming Sunday, I have a NEET exam. But then after that, I'm planning to focus on AMC.
Mm-hmm.
Parallelly, I'll be working as well.
Okay.
So it won't be possible for me to give AMC Part One in the November, I guess. So I was planning for a February exam. So till then also
Mm-hmm.
I'll be working. So it will be around 15 to 18 months of collective experience post MBBS and internship in India.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately after the AMC one, can I apply for the jobs and go join there as a RMO? Is it a good choice?
So, Dr. Vijay, as I just mentioned to all the other people asking the same question, the PESCI pathway that we had talked about getting a
Yes, yes,
GP
ma'am.
position.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
So,
like
the basic
yeah. You told
requirement is three
one.
years,
Okay.
but there is
Yeah, what
no
I was
harm
asking
in
was like
applying.
after I have heard that if you get some experience in Australia, so there will be a high chances of getting good jobs after getting experience in Australia. That's what I heard. And there's something called as
Yes,
work-based
yes.
assessment also.
Mm-hmm.
So like instead of studying here in for AMC Part 2, I can go to Australia and work there and study alongside and give my AMC Part 2, right?
See, if you want to find a job, I am to be blunt to everyone asking the same question again and again. Can you apply? The whole interview process has a fee. You will have to pay that fee, and that one interview is applicable only for one specific job. So you will have to find a
Okay,
job offer. You will have to find the place who's ready to sponsor. Then you apply for the interview, and if you clear the interview, well and good. If you don't clear the interview, that interview fee that you have paid is gone. So
okay,
the
okay,
that website, and even if you go and work there as GP
okay,
through PESCI pathway, there are levels of supervision: level one, level two, level three, level four. They won't ever directly let you work. Like for
okay,
level one, whatever decisions you are taking clinically, they will be supervised and double checked by someone else. Okay, so
okay,
yes, that is helpful, a job. But uh, again, if you want to take the risk, if you want to put that money, it's up to you.
okay.
I
Like
as I've
if I know
recommended other
someone
people.
there and
Yes.
if I go there and apply the jobs there, will there be any like extra edge for me?
See, jobs, for that you can do it from India because you have to clear PESCI interview, which is again online. It's through a Zoom call. So
Okay,
you can try and find the job from here. Like if you know someone through networking, or there are official sites which our counselors can connect with you and tell you how to find a job. That's a whole process in itself. People can connect with you, but you have to sit for the interview from here, and then if they accept you, if everything goes through, you can fly there. If you want to go there and do that on ground, I mean, there are finances involved. There's no surety. You can always find an observerships But those observerships are not paid. It's not a job. All your
Okay.
living expenses, all your visa and everything will be on you. All your while you're staying there, your rent and everything is on you. So those are observerships. Those are different things. And people do that to add an edge after passing AMC2. People do that. That they take out all the financial burden and they go there to add an extra edge to their CV.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. So it's always better to clear pathway and go.
Yes, yes. As I told, we have our old students who had 3.5, 4 years of experience, and instead of giving after just going after AMC1, they sat for AMC2, and now they are going.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am. Got
okay,
it.
okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, okay.
Next,
Have a good day.
Can I ask?
Dr.
I just
Tanmay.
missed my turn.
Okay, yes, please go ahead and ask your question. Yes, Dr. Osman. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, doctor. Can you listen me?
Yes, Dr. Usman, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I am actually from Pakistan. I just recently graduated from the Russia
Okay,
MD program.
okay.
So basically, here in Pakistan, there is no AMC center at the
Yes,
moment.
yes,
Currently, there is no.
yes.
So I was preparing for my home country lessons from the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am gonna give the AMC, which center I have to choose? Probably because there's no center currently here.
Okay. So, Dr. Usman, recently
Yes.
Australia has proposed that in 2024, they haven't given a timeline or a time frame. They are going to open a center in Lahore. I have mentioned that in my presentation that they have proposed three more centers. One is Lahore, one is Malaysia, and one is Sri Lanka, which is Colombo. So just in case by the time you're ready to give your AMC1, if the center in Lahore doesn't open up, what you can do is the closest for you would be New Delhi. You can fly into New Delhi or you can fly to any other country and give the exam.
Middle East is a good option, like Dubai, and there we have the center.
You should focus on Turkey or Singapore.
Okay.
Getting a visa for you will be easier for Turkey and Singapore.
Okay, I got it.
But let's hope by the time you're ready, because I think AMC is much easier than the Asian home country exams. So let's just hope by the time you're ready, next 3-4
Yes,
months, you
exactly.
have one center opening up in Lahore.
Because actually my family is now in Doha, Qatar, but we are probably planning to do some settlement in Doha also. So the AMC exam is also acceptable in Qatar, or we have to do it separately?
So, as we mentioned, yes, most of the Middle Eastern countries are accepting AMC exams.
Okay, right.
But for all the information, if you could please drop your details in the textbook, we'll get a counselor to verify the whole information about Doha, because we had one more query from a student, and they can get in touch with you by tomorrow and explain all the doubts and clarify this Doha question for you.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Most welcome, Dr. Usman.
Hello.
We are trying to go by the query line.
Next is Dr. Tanmay. Tanmay Mani.
Hello, yeah.
Dr.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Tanmay, please
Yeah,
go
good
on.
evening, ma'am. Good evening. I'm Dr.
Good
Tanmay. Actually, I've cleared my FMG as well, and then from Georgia. And then I've
Congratulations.
done, yeah, thank you, ma'am. After that, I've done my internship as well for 1 year. And now I have joined a job in Mumbai itself. I'm from Mumbai.
Okay.
So my question was, how is academically going to help us? For example, I clear the AMC part 1 and 2 as well, as you are suggesting, before going to Australia directly. So how is academically exactly going to help us with the job placement? Like you said, right, that you're going to support us.
Yes.
So how that would be?
So very soon we are launching our own portal, which will help you find the jobs that you want. We are in the process and soon we are going to launch it. But in the meantime, if you clear before we launch our portal, we have a Sydney office where our CEO and founder, Dr. Akram, is there. He is based here. That is the best part about Academically, that we are not just sitting here in India and just guiding you blindly. We have someone there in Australia who's on ground and he can help you with any query and any kind of help that we can get you locally. So there are websites which our counselors get in connected with you, and they tell you like you can find jobs from here, from here, from here. And then like while you're applying for jobs, you need to write a nice cover letter describing yourself. You need to write your CV, which has to be very powerful, because these things make a lot of impression. So even
Right.
with that, our team is going to help you. It's not just the exam preparation, it's through the CV, through your visa process, and helping you find the job.
And with the interview preparation as well.
So we are not yet doing it. We are in the process of launching those things, but we have one-on-one mentorship programs for the students who have enrolled. And once they clear, if they need any kind of guidance from a faculty who, because most of our faculty is AMC qualified and working in Australia. So every student who has asked for one-on-one sessions with those faculties, we have provided them to help them with whatever help they need in the process of shifting to Australia.
Right, right. And one more question I had, ma'am, was for example, supposedly I start right now with my AMC preparation. How long should it take me to clear my first and second part as well, and then find a job and then go to Australia?
See, considering you clear your FMGE, which is very tough, it's almost equivalent to NEET PG. I
Yeah.
would say your base is strong. If you have been in touch with your books, you can take an approximate of 4 to 6 months to prepare for your AMC 1.
Right.
Then, depending on when you get a slot, if you immediately get in slot for AMC 2, but it does take time to get a slot for AMC 2. So whenever you get it, the faster you do it, the better you can, the better your knowledge, what you learn for AMC 1. So the whole and whole, at least we can take a process of at least 1 year with the whole thing while you shift with the
Right,
preparation.
right.
Because a lot of people that I've seen in past, once the AMC examination, the moment the date is coming closer, they shift the date. A lot of students I know, they end up shifting it for another 1 month.
Right, right.
So
Because, ma'am,
considering
I
all
am
those
working as well. I'm working as well. That was the
possibilities,
reason
I
I
would
asked.
no.
Hello.
Most of our students have been working and studying.
Right, right.
They
So you're
prefer work because the thing, quality of CV, the strength in CV, that is the primary objective. So a lot of them work even if short hours, and they prepare along.
yes, ma'am. And another question was like how many hours are the live lectures that y'all conduct? Like, is it every on a daily basis or like every alternate day, or how is it going to be?
So initially we are taking it twice a week, which is only 2 hours for
Okay.
1 day, so that you have time to let the thing sink in. We are not doing it like 2, 3 lectures in 1 day and then not doing anything the whole week. So
Right.
initially we do it at a pace of two lectures in a week, few days apart, and one lecture would be 2 hours, and then we slowly increase the frequency to 3. But we don't just don't clutter it together. They are very well slowly and nicely spaced and so paced. So yes, because a
Okay.
lot of our students who are currently enrolled in our AMC batch, we have a sixth batch running, and for everyone, we are starting a batch, AMC batch 7, for whom the orientation is on 9th of August. So we
9th of
are
August.
launching a new batch. Yes, we are launching a new batch from 9th of August. So any one of you who decides, like Dr. Tanmay, if you decide, so you can join our new batch that we are starting.
And ma'am,
as I just,
hello.
yes, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
go
Dr.
on.
Akram, as mentioned before, they are also visiting various cities, right? So are you all going to come to Mumbai?
So as we mentioned, it's Pune, Chandigarh.
So Pune is the nearest. Tanmay, Dr. Tanmay, you can come to Pune.
Hyderabad.
Take Indriani Express and just come down to Pune. I'm also in Mumbai and I'll be traveling to Pune. Yeah.
Okay, on 22nd of this month, right?
August. September.
Okay, September. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Fine, fine, thank you.
Hope to see you there, Dr. Tanmay.
Yes, ma'am,
Next,
I'll be
Dr.
visiting.
Dr. Akhila. Dr. Akhila.
Yes. Hello,
Hi,
doctor. Ma'am, actually, I did my MBBS in Ukraine and I cleared my FMG exam. And after that, I did my MD in India in pulmonology.
Okay.
So I want to pursue my career in Australia. So which one will be better? Like either the standard path will be better or else the specialist pathway.
So I would like to know, when did you complete your MD in India and how many years of
2023,
work? 23.
recently. Yeah.
Only have a working experience. So the specialist pathway requires a 10-year of experience to go there as specialist.
Okay.
Considering you just finished your MD, that can be considered as a just experience. It won't be considered for you as a resident specialist pathway.
Okay.
So, I mean, for you, it would be either the PESCI pathway or the standard pathway. With PESCI, you can give your AMC 1, and you can apply for a GP job where you can spend some time and then decide what you want to do further. But with this GP pathway or the standard pathway, there is no guarantee that you will get the same specialty again.
Yeah. Okay.
That will be considered because it will show in your CV and it will have a weightage, but no one can give you the surety that you will get the same residency again.
Okay. Can I be a physician now at least, like, because I don't want to be a surgeon for sure. So I want to
See,
continue in
with
the same stream as a physician.
yes, no, like there is no guarantee you will get the same stream. No one can guarantee that.
Yeah, I do understand, but it's like not in pulmonology as such, but any other physician I will be getting, right? Like that is my question.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Any other field, it depends where you match, how you match on your experience letter, on your referrals, on your recommendations. There are a lot of things.
Okay. Hello,
There are
ma'am.
a lot of levels to getting there, instead of
Okay.
matching.
Okay. And again, how about this clinical research, ma'am? How is it in Australia? Like, hello?
See, like same way like in Europe, while you have done your MD, you must have done a. Hello, your voice is breaking.
Dr.
Hello, Dr.
Snigdha,
Akila.
Dr. Snigdha,
Yes,
your
yes, sir.
voice is breaking. Please check the connection.
Okay, sir. Sir, I will shift my connection. Just
Yeah.
1 second, sir.
Sure.
Sir, is it better now?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so Dr. Akila, the thing
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
we were talking about the chances. Can you just repeat the question?
Regarding clinical research, ma'am, like
Yes.
how to approach
So,
for the clinical research.
yes, so you would have done a thesis as a part of your undergraduate studies, right?
Yes, I did.
So they have proper research labs in Europe. The same thing is in Australia. You do have a lot of research opportunities because of the funding. It's a developed country. They have the
Yes.
latest techniques and the latest technology. That is one of the reasons that like all the developed countries are pioneer when it comes to research.
Okay.
So
So
you
for
will
the
find a lot of research opportunities wish to go there.
yes, and
I
for the
would like
research
to,
also, should we need to clear
Dr.
the
Akila,
AMC exam? Yes.
Dr. Akila, do
Yes.
you have any research paper with you?
Yes, I have like I'm doing research even now during my senior residency program. 2 papers I've been
Yes.
researching,
Okay.
and I published my thesis. And
Mm-hmm.
during my PG also, I did one publication. Yeah.
So are they Scopus Index journal?
My thesis one is Scopus Index Journal.
Okay. See, the reason is, Akila, Dr. Akila, for Australia,
Yes.
they required strong CV. Like, Dr. Akram has, when he moved to Australia, he had 70 papers, 70. And then he
Okay.
moved to University of Sydney, and then he took up his doctorate over there. So, if you are really planning to move towards research, then your publication should be strong. Otherwise, the
Okay.
second option is you give AMC. give AMC1, AMC2, move to Australia, be a PR,
Okay.
permanent resident of Australia, and then you can apply from there for the research work. So these are the two options open for you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So for research also, should we need to clear AMC 1 and 2, sir?
For entering in Australia, you need to have AMC1.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Direct research if you want. Yes, Dr. Snigdha. Then you should have a
No,
strong CV. Yes,
no,
Dr.
no,
Snigdha.
sir. If she just wants to go, like if you want to continue as a PhD student, if that is your question, then that is a totally separate pathway as a PhD student where you're doing a research.
Okay, ma'am.
That is a different pathway altogether.
Okay, ma'am. Understood. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Dr. Shushma.
Hello.
Hi. Dr. Shushma.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hi, Dr.
yes.
Shushma. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, hi. My name is Sushma. Actually, I'm doing my clinical rotations in US now. Currently, I'll be graduating in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from the Caribbean.
Okay.
So my question is like, if I do have a MBBS degree from Caribbean and I want to write AMC and do my PG in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
like, will I still need to do the 1 year internship because now I'm doing like 1.5 year in US. So will that work over there, or I have to do again for 1 year?
Okay, so Dr. Shushma, I just have one question. When you're saying clinical rotation, you haven't cleared your steps yet, right?
No.
No. Okay. Then you have to write your AMC to go there for your residency. To check if your degree is valid or not, you have to go to WDOMS, which is World
Yeah.
Directory. So is it there? Is your college there?
Yeah, it's there over there. In
Okay, then there is no
WDOMS.
issue. Yes, then there is no issue. You can go ahead with your EPIC registration and your AMC portfolio formation, EPIC registration, and you can sit for AMC.
And about the 1 year internship, will that be mandatory for me as well if I have a clinical experience of 1.5 year in US?
So after AMC1 and AMC2, that is the usual process of going through the whole Australian process, because while you are doing that 1 year, it is paid when you're going to Australia. That job that you're doing for a year, that is paid. And though you form networks and you get recommendation, that helps you get the kind of clinical resident you're actually looking for.
Okay. So my LORs, everything from US will work in Australia as well, right?
Yes, yes, yes. That will add
Okay,
as
whatever the clinical experience I
a very
have,
strong
and
point. Yes, any experience from anywhere, any kind, that will count as an add-on to your CV.
okay.
Question, Dr. Sushma?
Next, Dr. Shrija.
Nothing else. I just kept my number. If I have, you can contact me if I have some other questions. I can tell there. Yeah.
Dr.
Yes.
Shrija.
Thank you.
Dr. Shrija.
Hello.
Dr. Shrija. Dr. Shrija, kindly unmute yourself. Okay, Dr. Mukarram, Mohammed Mukarram.
Hello, this is Dr. Muhammad Mukarram.
Hi, Dr. Mohammed Mukarram.
I have completed my MS Orthopedics from India, and I'm assistant professor of orthopedics right now since 1 year.
Okay.
So I have ACFMG verified my MBBS degree, and I have registered for AMC.
Okay.
I am planning to give AMC Part 1 in November.
Okay.
So you guide me from now, matlab what further I should orient myself.
So, Dr. Mukram, number one, if you're looking for coaching, we have a batch for AMC1 that we are starting from August 9th.
Okay.
Where we will be teaching. We have a crash course batch as well, which is already going on. So we can get one of our counselors to get in touch with you to explain how long our courses are. And if you're planning to take it in November, maybe you would like to join our the AMC batch 7 that we are starting in August.
Okay.
August.
I will.
In
Yeah.
the classes that we will be taking, we will be guiding you through what are the important topics and what you
Okay.
need to remember to take the exam, how the kind of questions you'll have. We'll give you the mock questions. We'll even give you simulation tests, which
Okay.
help you train yourself to sit through 3.5 hours, because it's not an easy thing to just sit,
True.
concentrate for
True.
three and a half
True.
hours.
True. True. True.
So we
You
can.
were you were telling about doing both the exams together, right? So my
Yeah, I
all
would.
India NEET PG rank was very good. All India NEET PG
Okay.
rank. I got PGI Chandigarh 170 rank also, all India. So my NEET PG
Congratulations.
rank was like around 3,000, 4,000 in my post graduation.
Okay.
I took an all India counseling at first counseling in my quaternary center of Hyderabad, orthopedics. So
Okay.
then I
Okay.
mean because December and January I can't write. So it is a long
Yes.
time I have not been exposed to all that medicine, general surgery subject, because orthopedics is completely different offshoot branch. It is completely different.
Yes.
We will forget all the medical and other surgical related basics. So
Yes.
if I complete by November the AMC part 1 and English
Mm-hmm.
exam, proficiency exam in December, January. So February,
Mm-hmm.
what should I do in the February month? I should apply for interview, and what will be the cost of in applying for that PESCI pathway you are telling me?
So the PESCI pathway, the interview costs are mentioned on the website RACGP while you are registering.
Okay.
So it is the
If
cost is actually the cost is actually only for that interview, and you can take it from India. There's no other cost involved.
how much
For that,
how much it will be, because I have to get my finances ready, right? How it will be
yes.
like, how much estimated, like approximate?
See, if you're starting from now, as I mentioned in my PPT, you start with AMC portfolio, which is and then Epic registration, almost 1,000
I
AUD.
have done that. Only that I have to paid for. I have to pay for the exam. That's it.
Okay, so the costs usually are they differ from the agencies which are taking the interview, but the average cost is around 2,100 AUD. But there are 2-3 agencies that are interviewing you for PESCI, and there's a variation of maximum 300 AUD, not much. So
Okay,
let's say you
2,500,
prepare.
2,500. Okay,
Yes,
that is
yes,
all.
that's the
That is
max.
similar to part 2, AMC part 2 also.
No, AMC
So
part 2 is almost 4,000 AUD.
2,900, 2,900, 2,900, right?
That is AMC part 1. AMC part
Part
2
1.
is almost 4,000 AUD.
4,000, yes. Then,
Yes.
so what would be better for me to give a hint, take a risk and apply for the PESCI pathway, or wait 2 months and apply for in the April, right? Like if I plan take 2 more months, in the April I write AMC part 2, because I heard in May they will give that rural areas, they will have that area of need jobs in the month of May.
Yes,
I heard like that.
Dr. Mukaram, all your doubts and everything will be specified on one-on-one session. It will be a 1 hour session with our
Okay.
counselors. Okay.
Okay,
Because
sir.
since, we have the other doctors waiting for answering
Sir,
the
one
questions.
last doubt, sir. Okay, I will get
But
connected because I have to take coaching also.
you share your phone
I
number.
have already shared, sir. I have
So
shared my
our
number
counsel,
and everything.
Arindam sir, please, connect somebody to Dr. Mukaram.
Sure.
Yes, you
Sir,
can.
one last doubt, sir.
Yes.
Just to give me that clarity, ki, sir, if I completed AMC part 1, I got a job, or if I completed both AMC part 1 and part 2 and get a job. So basically, I need a job in my specialty, my first preference. So, and there is also a specialty pathway. After completing that, this two, then can I that 7 to 8 lakhs I got to know for that competent pathway. Is it will be right, or after what are my chances of succeeding in that? It need 10 years experience. Mine is only 2 years, and I have research paper international as a first author also, but still that is very less. And after completing part 1 or both part 1 and part 2, so can I get an
Yes,
orthopedic job?
yes, Dr. Mukaram. So, your CV, we will thoroughly check your CV and we will look for the options available for you we have the qualified, very efficient counselors. They will guide
Okay,
you
sir.
everything. All your doubts will be solved.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, Hyderabad, when I can meet Akram sir, because I stay in
Yes,
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. I believe it is
12th, 12th of September.
Yes, yes.
12th of
Dr.
September,
Mukram,
next month.
yes, you are
Yes.
welcome, and please come and visit the team.
Where, sir?
Visit.
Because I don't know. Look, please book my name, no, sir. Where with location?
Yes,
where
yes.
We will everybody will be notified. We'll be sharing emails and WhatsApps with all the people who are
Please
here.
follow
the
our
location
social.
has not been decided yet, sir.
Location, we will let you know about the exact address and everything over an
Okay.
email. Okay. We don't
Okay,
want to share it right now. We'll be sharing
Okay,
over
sir.
an email and WhatsApp. People who are interested will be sharing with them.
Please share our social media channels, and you will get to know everything about this.
Yes, sir. And please, I have emailed my number and email address. Please.
Yes, yes, sure, Dr. Mukaram. After this call or tomorrow, you will get a call definitely. Okay.
Everybody will be getting calls tomorrow. Okay. I mean, it's already almost 8 o'clock, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
guys, I think it's almost 1 hour 45 minutes. We'll be taking one questions from all the people who have raised their hands, not more than that, going forward. So, Hrushit Arora, please ask your question. One question at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My just the only question is that I've heard that the online centers for the AMC2 are going to close by next year. So it is, and you are all suggesting that I should give my AMC2 by online. So what would be your preferred
So
timeline that I should finish my exams before I could get a online exam date? Means currently I'm not even done with my
there is no
AMC
Hrushit, I
first.
think
confirmation.
Yes,
Rashid,
Dr.
there is nothing written anywhere, and nobody can predict the dates. It's all up to AMC to let people know about the process for AMC2. As of now, let's ensure that you are going through your AMC1 ASAP, so that you stand a chance for your AMC2 for an online process, right? Let's hope for the best that by the time you are ready for the AMC2, it's still online.
So how much time should I give approximately to it? That's what my question is.
Try to appear for your AMC1 this year itself by November.
Okay. And AMC2 by means how much gap between 1 and 2? Considering I passed in the first attempt.
You can try for your AMC2 next year
So
itself, early next year, I think.
Okay.
I think there is
Okay,
nothing
no
that we
worries.
can mention over here. I mean, see, Bushid,
Yeah, I get it. I get
we
it.
cannot give exact answers over here for these kind of questions. Okay, next, Ravneet Olak. Ravneet Olak.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please ask your question.
hi, Dr.
Yeah,
Ravneet.
hi. So I completed my internship in April this year, and since then I've been preparing for NEET PG. So my questions are that if what exam should I give in which month, in November or in Feb, and for that which batch should I join?
If you are prepared, I would say give it in November.
Okay.
Sooner the better.
And which batch so should I join?
Okay, Dr. Ravneet starting a batch in August, so you can find out because we will be starting the subjects from basic.
Yeah, I know I've heard that you're starting on 9th August, but since I have my NEET PG, so if I'm not able to concentrate there in these 10 days, so after 9th August, what is
So
the option?
you will get all the materials.
Every month,
You will
we have the batches.
all the
Yes, Dr.
materials
Snigdha.
in
Dr.
offline mode as well.
Ravneet, Dr. Snigdha, I'll answer that question. Dr. Ravneet, every month we have the batch starting on and running. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but sooner the better, because as we have understood that AMC2 to give from India is much economical. Going there and appearing for the exam will cost you 10 lakhs rupees.
Okay.
For AMC2. Just it's a financial thing. No? You have to book the tickets, you have to go there, you have to do everything. And so my advice or our advice is, try to give AMC2 from India. That would be really beneficial to you.
Okay, so you mean that if I give in this November, so there are more chances that I'll be able to give the part 2 from India
Yes.
only.
And
Okay.
we really don't know when AMC will close that online thing. We really don't know. I mean, it's up to them. Right now it is online. So please take that opportunity and do that thing.
Okay, thank you so much. Rest will connect tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Pleasure. Yeah.
Okay. Mohammed Mansoor. Mohammed Mansoor, please ask your question.
Yeah, hello.
Yes,
Hi.
please ask your
Hello.
question.
Yeah, may I audible?
Yeah, you're
Uh,
audible. Please ask your question.
can
Yeah.
you like?
Okay. I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm from Sri
Okay.
Lanka. Last year I graduated. So I just plan to start my internship program in my same university. But that same time only I contact the academically people and they said no need to do the internship. You can do the AMC and after uh, we can do further other steps. So I didn't complete my internship. I just came from the university again to home and I start to study the AMC. So next month I will do the exam. So only 5 to 6 months clinical attachment experience I have in the last 6 months I got from nearby hospital. So is it enough for my AMC1 and after that for the pathway to find a job?
So Dr. Fatima, when we are talking about the experience, the more the
Mm-hmm.
better, as I've mentioned. So if while
Okay.
preparing for AMC, you can keep working somewhere, even if it's for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
They won't mention in your experience certificate that you worked for 2 hours. They will mention that you worked.
Okay.
So I would suggest
Mm-hmm.
you would just come home if that is possible for you. If there's something close by, you'll find a clinic close by where you can go and work in the evening for a few hours or in the morning for a few hours. Just continue working and collect as much experience as you would. It's just about giving the weightage and just beautifying your CV, to use an adjective.
Okay. So is it okay if I work with like the individual dispensary under the consultant existing kind of thing? Or I have to go to
Yes,
the
till the
same.
time you're getting an experience.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Uh, okay, most welcome. Next person, please.
Hello.
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 I have a question. After graduating from Russia, should I appear for the FMG or can I do the EPIC verification and clear the AMC Part 1 directly?
So, Dr. Shrija, as I've mentioned before, if your university is recognized in WDOMS, you don't really have to clear FMG. You can directly start with your verification and sit for AMC. You can just go ahead with it.
Yeah, that's the quick process, right?
Yes, that would be faster than sitting for FMG.
Okay. So I'll be graduated in 2026 of July. So
Okay.
EPIC verification will be done in 2 months, or how much time does that take?
It's a varied process, but we can get like Arindam can get a counselor to get in touch with you for the whole process who can
Shrija,
explain you in
the timeline for getting a epic verification done is ideally within a month. If your university is responding to all the emails and everything on time, you can get it done within a month also. We have
the
seen people
verification
getting their
email.
verification done. Yeah, we've seen people getting verification within say 5 weeks or 6 weeks even. Okay. So ideally within 2 months, definitely you will be able to get your verification done.
So AMC slot booking, these all process will be done in under 6 months, right?
I mean, you can book your slots once you're prepared. I mean, so we cannot answer you right now. We'll see all the probabilities once you are there. I mean, you said that you'll be graduating next year, right? 2026, you said, right? So it's like almost 2 years from now. So let's reconnect once you've graduated and then, analyze the situation. Based on that, we'll be going forward, right? So it's almost 2 years from now. We cannot predict things from 2024.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. Kaushik and Dr. Rohit, two final questions
Yeah.
will be taken from. Yeah.
Sir, hello, sir. Sir, actually, I will complete my internship in next May, sir, next year. I can attempt in this November session, sir, AMC part 1.
Yes,
Hello.
have you started with your verification, Dr. Kaushik?
No, not at ma'am. I didn't start any process, ma'am. Like I have
So,
a doubt whether I can attempt it in my internship. Like my internship started on this May, ma'am, and next May I will complete my internship. I
You have
have a
done your
doubt whether I
MBBS from
can.
India? You have
No,
done
no,
your
from
MBBS from India?
Ukraine. No, from Ukraine. I cleared my FMG in this Jan, recent Jan.
You can start with your AMC process also now. That is also possible.
Yeah, during the
While you're
internship I
doing,
can write, right?
yeah, you can write. You have done it from Ukraine, right? So,
Yeah, Ukraine will
you
pass
can,
my FMG also.
correct.
Yeah.
You can start your process. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely can
And
start.
one more thing is like after I complete my AMC part 1, in how many months I can expect a job over there if I want to go
Uh,
after AMC 1?
Dr. Kaushik, AMC part 1, if you clear, you will get a chance of getting job 50 to 60%. But if you clear AMC part 2, you have a 95% chance of getting a job quickly.
Okay, I can attempt AMC 2 also in internship only, right? Like next year, early of the next year.
So, Dr. Kaushik, we will answer all your questions. We will see your CV and we will guide you everything. You please drop in your phone number and email ID, and our counselor will get in touch with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kaushik.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. One final question from Dr. Umesh Kumar, and then we'll wind up this session. Okay, Dr.
Sir,
Umesh, please ask your final question. Yes.
yes, sir. Actually, I have completed my MBBS from Ukraine, and now I have cleared my FMG exam, sir. And my internship will be for around 3 years because of war. So I'm planning for the PG in the Australia. So can you please guide me? How can I prepare for the exam in the Australia, sir?
So, Dr. Umesh, as we have discussed this before, for PG, you need to have good CV. You should have good research papers, research experience, since you are going for the master's degree, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, if you really want to do that thing, then you have to build your CV. You have to publish good papers in Scopus Index journals, and then PG will cost you a really good amount. I mean, I don't want to demotivate you, but the PG cost as much as India. In India, it cost. I mean, you will be knowing more about the fees which is there for PG in India. Same fees are there in Australia.
So is there any exam for that? Like we have the PG exam in the India, like that there is
No,
exam.
no, there is no exam for NEET PG. I think you're asking like similar to NEET PG. Is there any exam in Australia? There is no such exam for PG.
Then how can we apply for that PG, sir? Yeah, is it on the basis of the research paper and CV only?
Yes, you need to
Uh,
find online the positions available. The universities will, offering the courses, and then you can have a LOR, and then you can have the SOP, and then you can apply. But frankly, this seminar is about the AMC, okay? And we are guiding here for AMC for the clearing that examination. Okay, Dr.
So,
Umesh?
sir, how much is cost to get a registered doctor in the Australia final? How much is cost?
We
So
will
Umesh,
answer.
I would
Yeah.
request you. I would request you to drop your phone number, right? So, like I said, there are multiple pathways. So we need to understand which pathway will be the best one for you. Accordingly, the fees and everything will be shared with you by our counselors on a call.
Okay, sir, no problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Dr.
Okay,
Umesh,
Okay.
the best possible help will be given. Yes,
Yes, Dr.
Dr.
Vital, please ask your question. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, please
Yeah,
ask your question.
I'm Dr. Vinil here. I have scheduled my exam uh, October 10th. Already have scheduled it. This is my second attempt. Last time I did my May 10th, where I have scored only 237, where the preparation was only for 1 month. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to get into this crash course. I want to clear the exam. So I
Sure.
want to get into crash course. When it is, yeah.
The batch is starting on 9th of August,
Hello.
right? Please, the batch is starting on
Okay.
9th of August. Okay. Please drop in your phone number, email ID, right? Our counselors will be getting
Hmm.
in touch with you immediately, and they will be helping you with the best possible solution, so that you are fully prepared before your
Is
exam.
it okay if I? Yes, yes. Okay. Is it okay like this passport? Because I want to clear it this time because it's my
Sure,
second
sure,
attempt.
sure. That's what I'm saying, that let's figure out what is your current status, right? So we wanted to have a detailed discussion with you and figure
Mhm.
out what is your current status, right, on a one-on-one call, and then help you with the proper solution, right? So accordingly we'll be helping you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hello, sir. What are the timings of classes, sir? Daily online classes?
It generally takes place in the
It is
afternoon,
Australia based.
right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
so Dr.
Usually it's
Kaushik, they are
between 2
variable,
to
the
4.
class routines, depending on the avail.
Bharti madam, you were saying
Hello.
something? Bharti madam?
Yeah, I'm saying like
It
most
is between
likely it
2
is
to 4.
between 2 to 4
2
because
to
the
4.
faculty is from Australia, but it keeps on changing, like depending upon the availability. But most likely we keep it post lunch only.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yes. Dr. Kaushik,
Okay, like daily, it
everything
will be
will
on 2 hour
be
session.
everything will be taught, will be given to you, the all the information on one-on-one
Okay,
call.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah, send my phone number, sir. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, please share your phone numbers. Our counselor will be more than happy to answer all your questions, however small that may be. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you so much. Arindam sir, should we conclude the meeting?
Yes, we should conclude the meeting right now.
Okay. Dr. Snigdha, over to you.
Yes, sir. So thank you guys for attending this session. I hope a lot of we were able to help all of you, and you would be joining us for our new batch that we are starting on 9th of August. Let our counselors connect to you tomorrow. If any issues, you can always write to us on our email, which you can find on the website or on our Instagram handle or Facebook handle. Please get in touch with us. Any queries, we are there to help you. Thank you for joining all of us today. Thank you, everyone. Good luck to you with your preparations.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Snigdha.
Thank you, Dr. Snigdha. Thank you.